Welcome everybody, welcome to Homestead Heart. Today I'm outside dropping seeds. I am dropping seeds. I have already planted some of the cilantro here. These are the seeds that are on our seed store. That's the cilantro, and I've already put some of the dill in. I thought I had more dill, but this is the dill right here. That's the bouquet variety. And I thought I had more in my, oh, I got more cilantro in my pocket. Awesome. So I'm gonna take the cilantro all the way down as far as I can. And then I'm gonna wrap the row up. The rest of it is gonna be dill. Now y'all, this bed, that's probably, this bed here, let me just keep going for a second. Oh, that's it. So I'll finish the bed now with my dill. I'm just dropping some seeds. I'm gonna wrap it up with this dill. I'm just gonna let them meet in the middle. That's all. I'm almost there. And that's it. So now I have cilantro from this end of the bed to here, and then from here to here I have dill. Now I also put in this bed, you all, where is it? Oh, here it is. My China rose radish. Now Mrs. H is getting a little hot for radishes, and you're planting China rose radishes in the south as hot as it is. China rose radishes. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Now, first of all, this bed does get a little bit of shade. I don't know if you all have noticed it, but I have asparagus growing in these beds. So this is actually my asparagus bed. We have the Jersey Night and what is that purple variety? I don't remember, but it's purple. But it is so good. So we have two different varieties growing or maybe three in this bed. And we have been harvesting them, but you know, we're just about at that time now where we're not going to be harvesting that much, which is fine. This one is actually it's ferning out, and I think those are little seed pods that are coming on them now. So, you know, it's about to get a little too hot for the asparagus to keep growing, right? But I'm not going to let my bed go to waste. No, I'm not going to let my bed go to waste. Just because the asparagus is not going to be growing here, I can still plant in it. My asparagus, they're planted all on the outside, I'm going to call them rows of this bed, okay? And in the center, there's nothing. And actually, closer along the edges of this bed, also, there's nothing planted. However, remember I told you all about the West Indian burgherkin? Well, these little babies, they're everywhere in this bed. In fact, let me show you something. All of these. I'm just gonna pull up a few. Y'all, I got more in that corner right here. Hold up. I got more in that little area right there. All of these are burgherkin seedlings, y'all. All of them. West India burgherkin seedlings that we didn't plant. Remember, I told you all 2 years ago, we were eating burgherkins that were growing in our garden beds over here, okay? And somebody must have eaten one partially and maybe threw the rest of it in this bed. And when they did that, they started germinating in this bed. And this bed, along with asparagus, was overrun by bird gherkins. They were flowing all out of the bed. And so what I did with my little garden hoe is that I went in. I knew they were going to germinate, but I went in with my little garden hoe like I'm about to do right here. And what I did was I literally just started just kind of raking them out. Just kind of, busting them up a little bit, because I don't want them to, look at there, there goes some right there. I don't want them to take over this bed anymore. They're all over the place. These bird gherkins got superpowers. Bird gherkin powers, activate. So, I know that's an old one. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about. Bird gherkin powers, activate. And then they just explode into germination. It's like they all get together and decide it's time. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cover this up and get this watered. But you can see my asparagus here. We didn't harvest those. And we have some more coming here. And we're actually just letting them, I'm going to cover these up, not too deep. Y'all, this bed is a very rich bed. However, I did take some black cow. For those of you, I think somebody said, what are you talking about, black cow manure? Let me show you. This is the bag right here. Black cow. It's a composted cow manure, okay? Yeah, and y'all always hear me talk about this, right? I've been using this stuff for a very long time, and I love this stuff here. And literally what I did was just put a little trench in the middle, and I just went down with a little black cow, sprinkled it in, and then, put my seeds right in the middle. Because it does have a little bit of fertilizer, as you can see. It's a 0.5, okay? It's a 0.5. It's not a lot. It's just a small amount of fertilizers in this bag. And I love using it, or I don't think they add it. I think it's probably just what's in the compost itself. It's starting to rain. Let me hurry. Let me hurry so my camera don't get wet, y'all. I guess I ain't got to water. Woo! Nope, I don't have to water since the rain is starting. Let me just hurry up. And I'm tamping it down because I want the seeds to have good soil contact. And this rain is going to water them in nicely. I guess that means I can't plant my other lettuce seeds. Because I was going to put this in here too, right here. I still may do it. I still may go on and do it. I'm going to bypass my, look at all these little bird gherkin seedlings. See here? Man, they smell just like bird gherkins. Look at there. They just coming up by themselves, all on their own. And I don't want them to do that. So I'm not going to put the black cow in this spot here because I don't have time because of the rain. And that's okay. That's okay. And they're in plastic, so I don't have to worry about my seeds getting wet. All right. So what I have here is some red and green salad bowl, but I do have to worry about my label getting washed off. So I have some red and green salad bowl. I also have some Grand Rapids, marigolds, and my red Malabar spinach. I'm gonna hold off on that red Malabar spinach because it needs to be really warm before I plant it. I don't want to just sitting there doing nothing at all. See, this is when my children will be like, Mom, it's raining. They're like, this ain't no rain. This is not rain. All right, so this is my red salad bowl here. And I'm just gonna go down and sprinkle this all the way down. All right, and I still have plenty left. And now I'm gonna do my green salad bowl right over the top. Same spot. All right, and now I'm gonna cover this up, but I'm not gonna use a lot of soil to cover these seeds up. Just a little bit. The seeds are so tiny. They don't need a lot. Just a little bit. In fact, I could just take my little sand, my little soil here and just kind of lightly dust over the top, and I'm gonna pat it down. And you can see all of the organic matter that's in this soil. And it's that easy. So within a few minutes of this video, I planted dill and cilantro. I already had the China rose radish, some on this end and some on that very end there. I already had that there. Well, actually I just did it, but I dropped those seeds. The reason being is because the China rose radish, you all, we are not planting it for the actual radish itself or the root itself. We actually plant it for the radish pods. So the radishes, once it gets hot and they start going to seed, and that's another thing, if you love radishes, once they start going to seed, those pods are absolutely delicious. We love them. Actually, we love the pods more than we actually do the radish. So we will harvest the pods and we use those just whole in our salads. We take them in, give them a nice little rinse, and then we drop whole pods in our salads, and they give an amazing radish flavor. And depending on the variety will determine how spicy those little pods are. And the pods are actually just the seeds. They're beginning to develop seeds, but we pick them before the seeds really develop. You know what I'm saying? Like become a pronounced seed. You know, we pick them a little early, but the pods are absolutely delicious. So I have some on that corner and I have some on the very end. And then here I have some dill, and here I have cilantro. I also have cilantro. I also planted some cilantro in a bed that I put some basil and not rosemary, but lavender in. So I have some basil, I have some lavender, I have the cilantro, and I think something else I put down there too, I'm not sure, in a little 4x8 bed. This bed right here is probably 12 feet long, I think. This is a 12-foot bed, okay? And so as everything starts to grow in the center and then on the outside of this bed here, the asparagus, you know, the warmer it gets, the asparagus, it won't be an issue anymore. It's just going to be ferned. And because this bed also gets quite a bit of shade, the cilantro is really going to love that. Now the cilantro that we have, it is supposedly a slow bolting cilantro. I've never seen a slow bolting cilantro actually. So we'll see if it's a slow bolting cilantro. These little nets out here, I've never seen one, but cilantro can actually benefit from a little bit of shade. And we have this great big pecan tree. I guess depending on where you live, it's pecan or pecan. So I grew up saying pecan. So this right here is underneath this big pecan tree, and the cilantro is gonna appreciate that, and it'll last us a little bit longer as well. And cilantro is one of my favorite herbs, you all. I love cilantro with some lime in a salad, or just in a sauce, like a dill sauce with a little bit of cilantro. That's why I got it planted together, because they go well together when I make sauces and things like that. I love them. So that's what's growing in this bed. It seems like the rain is kind of stopping, which is good. So I may go ahead and hit this with some water anyway, because it wasn't enough to really, you know. It's supposed to rain tomorrow though. It's supposed to be like pouring tomorrow. I think we got like 90% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. So I don't know. I may hold off until tomorrow to see. But in any case, you all, and I may give you all a quick tour of the garlic and just kind of show you all how our garlic is doing. Our garlic is coming along really, really well. But I just wanted to show y'all, I'm just dropping seeds. And that is so simple to do. Just drop some seeds, and you all, I'm telling you, get your groceries planted. Get your groceries growing. I think something bit off of this asparagus spear right here, because it's literally, the whole top is just gone. So I think something bit off of it. But the others, they're coming along. It has been wonderful being able to harvest asparagus. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is that I'm going to purchase some more crowns, and I'm going to come back and plant them. I know they say plant them, you know, I think it's a couple of feet apart, or 16 inches apart, or something like that. But the way this asparagus is growing, I think it could benefit being planted a little closer together, right? So I think I'm going to come back, and in between, I'm going to put in more crowns, because I do want a lot of asparagus growing out of this bed. Okay? And I'm still going to keep that center open. I don't want asparagus in there. I want to keep that center open for me to be able to do things like I'm doing right now, planting annual herb varieties. Okay? And then that cucumber, that Burgherkin cucumber, it's supposed to be an annual. It's supposed to be an annual. But you all, if I don't plant it, it's coming back on its own, and it's coming back with a vengeance. Because all that I didn't harvest out of this bed, and I just left the gherkin itself whole in the bed, once it started to break down in the soil, it started releasing those seeds, and over time, that little gel coating that's on the seed to kind of protect the seed itself, it starts to deteriorate. And then here we are in the spring, and now we have them all popping up all over this bed, and I had to scrape them all out. That just would have been a ton of Burgherkin. And I actually have a dedicated spot with a trellis to grow the Burgherkins in, because I just don't want them taking over anymore. And they're going to be planted in our garden with the ground cover. So hopefully, even if we miss some, they won't be able to just thrive on top of that ground cover and come back and just take over the garden. Okay, so they're going to be on a trellis on their own little space, because they're very, very, very prolific. Okay, so you all, I think that's going to do it for this video. Yes, I think that's going to do it for this video. I think what I'll do next is do another quick little video, just kind of showing you all how the garlic is coming along. We took you along with us when we planted the garlic, and I think that was in December. So this is January, February, March, April. We are 4 months in now. So I think you need to see what the garlic is looking like at 4 months old, and why choosing cloves that are large in size, why it matters and makes a difference. I'm going to show y'all that in the next video. All right, so y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this little video of me showing you how you could just drop some seeds. Just drop them. Just drop them. If you haven't done so already, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. Our seed store, ahomesteadheart.com. That's ahomesteadheart.com. More than likely it'll be in the description box below. If you haven't had a chance to get your gardening journal, you can also click on our link to our merchandise store as well. We have a beautiful gardening journal in there, and that's just to allow you to be able to kind of document your progress as you go along in the gardening season, and you know, kind of take some notes as to things that you've done or things that you need to do different or better. You know, it's just a journal for you to keep for the 2023 gardening season. Okay, all right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me today, and thank you for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Now let's go talk about this garlic.